Good morning, America, and welcome to Maya's Politics and Survival Guide and Great Depression Cooking. Anyway, today I am here to talk to you about a few things here and there. I'm going to go back and forth, so it'll be jumbled messaging and stuff like that today. So, what I would like for you to do, please click like, subscribe, and share, and leave your comments. I'd appreciate that. And first and foremost, I'm going to take a sip of my Folgers instant coffee because I love it. Ooh, it's a little hot too. But anyway, um, well, today I want to start off talking to you about. I don't like to start off with politics all the time, but unfortunately, politics has invaded our everyday life now, and and people they think that when it comes to people like myself and others that talk to them about you need to get prepared, you need to stock up, you need to reassess things, rethink things, and uh, and hope for the best. Uh, One of the things that has happened is that with all these AI data centers that are going on across the country, uh, they they decided to build the consumer. You and I, we are the ones that are being billed for their electricity that they use when they could have easily gone solar or use windmills to generate their own electricity. They are extracting the water from communities, which is leaving their wells dry. Um, and not only that, they're polluting the grounds with the waste water. Um, a lot of people don't understand that, and Aaron Brockovich now is in the picture once again to take on these AI data centers. Why do we need them? Why do we even need AI? Why would you want AI to do everything for you? You have to ask yourself, if AI does everything for you, how are you going to survive financially? If AI is doing everything, you have no job, you have no income, how are you supposed to survive? Did any one of you ever think about that? Us preppers do. We think ahead. We don't think of the now. We don't think of yesterday because yesterday's gone. We think today and we think about tomorrow, the month after, 6 months down the line, we think about. And that's what's wrong with our country. Everybody is just thinking about what happened yesterday or 2 weeks ago instead of thinking about what's happening today or what's going to happen 6 months down the line. How do we know things are going to happen 6 months down the line? Well, look at this administration in the White House. If you read Project 2025, you would already know. That's why us preppers are smarter. I'm not putting you down for being stupid, but you're stupid. Okay? Now, I think you can still find um, Project 2025 PDF file to download on the internet, and you should read it because it's going to affect every single one of you Republicans. It's going to affect every one of you MAGA people. And a lot of MAGA people are upset because they lost their food stamps, they lost their housing assistance, they're losing their utilities assistance, they're losing their homes, they're losing their trailers, they're losing everything, their cars. Yes, if you had read Project 2025, you would have known all about this stuff. And not only that, if you had watched some of my earlier videos, you would have found a way out. If you stopped buying Trump merch, you would have money in your pockets. And the latest on the Trump cell phone, I already know. I already knew it was a con job. And right now, there's no guarantee you're even going to get the piece of junk. Do you really want it? To be honest, do you really want a Trump phone? I mean, after all, a lot of MAGA people are burning all their Trump merch. Why would you want to buy more? I mean, you're buying, you're putting $100 down, and you owe another $400 on it, and it's an outdated cell phone. Why would you want it? $500 could get you a nice phone at Walmart or US Cellular or T-Mobile that bought out US Cellular, whatever. Uh, there's all these options you have, and you threw out $500 for a junk phone. See, this is why it's important that you do research before you spend your money on stuff, as smart people do. I always research, always. I am not throwing money away on something I know nothing about. Now, I'm going to go past the AI stuff and just move on to the next. And one of the things is that I have mentioned is that how you can own a home for under $20,000. You really can if you put your mind to it and you can think through the process. It's not that difficult to do, people. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. If you look at a trailer home and you look at a storage shed, what do they have in common? A trailer home is a glorified storage shed that comes with all the plugs, the appliances, the sink, and everything. That's all it is. Now, if you purchase an acre of land or 5 acres of land for under $7,000, you own land. You could buy yourself a storage shed, a large size storage shed that holds up to 4 to 5 cars. You can get those for about $8,000 to $12,000, dependent on where you live. Yes, you're going to have to lay a foundation. Yes, you're going to have to put some creativity into it to make it into a home. You will have to insulate the walls. You will have to protect the outer exterior of that shed that will become a home by putting on weatherproof paint and sealants. And you always want to get a storage shed that has a metal roof, not shingles. You'll insulate the walls from the inside and then put up drywall. Now, the good thing about it is that everybody likes to watch TV. Everybody likes electricity. Wow. Well, if you got yourself a solar generator, a portable one by EcoFlow, and get yourself a few 2 to 3 solar panels that are 100 watts, you will have power throughout your home. You can have water uh, tanks in the back of your home so it's out of sight that's filled with rainwater, and you use bleach tabs in them to kill any type of bacteria growth. You want to run PEX piping, not copper, not aluminum piping, PEX. And you can set up a sink. You could create your own kitchen with an electric induction cooker. You can get yourself an all-in-one or four-in-one microwave convection oven. If you see where I'm going, you're now creating the inside of your home. Once you get insulation put up all around the walls, and then you actually put up some drywall. Most of these come with really nice windows that are insulated. And if they're not, you can do it yourself because they're easy to pop out the windows and put in new windows. You can plant shrubs and flower beds all around the shed and turn it into your home. Now, if you buy acreage, you can always buy a used trailer home and have it moved to your land. This is how you learn to start using your brain in survival mode. You can do it, America. If you don't have the funding for it, you have brothers, sisters, family members, friends. If you're paying $2,000 to $3,000 a month in rent, why are you paying off somebody else's mortgage? Why? You need to ask yourself that. Why not put that money together with some other people? Buy your land, buy your home. People need to work together, unify, not fight with one another and struggle, because that's what you're doing today. So it's possible to do these things. Now, I purchased quite a few generators, solar generators. And I'll tell you one thing, our electric bill was just a little over $200. We set up the solar generator. The electric bill went down to 57. That's how much you can save. Now, if you go completely solar, then you have no electric bill at all. You have options, America. Now, I chose EcoFlow solar generators. I think they're the best. My slogan is EcoFlow is the way to go. And I believe that firmly. They have very good ratings. And yes, it's imperative that you read the manuals. Don't just get it and think you can plug anything into it. You need to read the manual. You need to learn to operate it correctly. But I'm very pleased with mine. Very pleased. And and we're setting it up for our second home as well. So now the EcoFlow for our smaller home was only $900. Now that made a big difference. So we saved about $180 in 1 month. So let's just round that off to 200. So in about 4 months, it's already paid itself. And yes, it came with a 100-watt solar panel, and it's working fine. So we do have a larger one for our bigger house that we're going to have set up. And I'm happy about that. And so I strongly suggest that people start looking and investing into EcoFlow solar generators. And you can find them on Amazon. But I have to say, what I paid for them, the prices are beginning to go up. And you need to get them now before they run out. And before the prices go up too high, you can't afford them. So going from there, uh, my husband and I, we go weekly to the market to look at pricing. And a lot of people do not realize that there are things happening in the store right in front of your eyes, and you're not really noticing it. Well, I'm here to point it out to you. As we were going through the store, I was noticing how things were shifting from this department into another department. Whereas it's like, why are they putting potato chips in the dog food area? Why are they putting laundry soap in the dog food areas? Why was Gatorade on some of the shelves in the dog food area? Kind of weird. And so they're just shuffling things around to fill up the empty shelving in the stores. And that's a sign, America. Things are going to get worse. The other thing that's happening is that when we went into the toy section, we didn't really go into it. We walked by it. And then I decided to go through it. And I'm like, they're putting coffee makers. They're putting chips. They're putting food products on some of the shelves in the toy section. Now, I remember at Walmart in the toy section that you could just go down one aisle and the whole aisle is filled with dolls, Barbie dolls, all these other different dolls. It's not that way any longer. You go in the electronics department where they have the Nintendos, the PlayStations, the Xbox. Don't buy them. Overpriced and outdated. You haven't heard anything about it coming Xboxes or PlayStations or Nintendo systems. The Xbox, the weird looking one, and the PlayStation 5, that's it. Nintendo Switch 2, that's it. I don't think anything's coming out again because they're going to build them into your television sets. Everything will be streaming. You won't need a PlayStation. You won't need an Xbox. You won't need a Nintendo Switch. So don't go out buying them thinking you're getting something new because you're not. So There are no new games for any of these systems coming out. And the ones that they say that are new, they're not. All these fighting games that they keep putting out, Call of Duty or whatever, well, guess what? It's the same game you're playing. They just renamed it, relisted it, and put in a few different things, and that's it. You're not buying a new game. You're just buying a few new things added to it. The thing is, people spend money on things they don't need, and it's kind of sad because right now is the time for you to conserve your money, to save your money for that rainy day, because that rainy day is here. The economy is collapsing in America. America is over unless November 2026 people vote blue to try and reverse all the damage that has been done in this country. See, people have been told that America, MAGA, make America great again. Did you ever ask yourself what was wrong with America? I know it wasn't perfect, but what was wrong with it? You had affordable housing. You had farmlands that were flourishing. Cars were affordable. Food was affordable. Utilities were affordable. Gas was affordable. And then you voted in 2016 an imbecile that destroyed the country. Yeah. Think about it, America. Think about what America was like before 2016. Think about it. How bad was it? Bet you wish you could go back to 2015. Go back to the 1970s when disco ruled. People got along. But it was 2016 when America went downhill. As I tell people, when you vote for stupid, you're going to get stupid results. You're going to get damaging results. Now they're seeing it. That's why it's important to read Project 2025 America. You had hospitals and clinics throughout rural America, and they're collapsing. Your Medicaid, your Section 8, your utility assistance, your housing assistance, food assistance, all this stuff is being cut left and right to those who need it. Does it make you feel good knowing that you voted for someone to starve children, to starve the elderly, to starve the disabled, to hurt them. Do you enjoy it? Does that make you feel better? Is your life that miserable, Republicans, that you have to vote to hurt somebody else? You got to wake up. The men in the White House and the Republican Congress and the Supreme Court of the United States have all gone rogue, and they are destroying our country. They are bleeding the American people dry of their incomes and their abilities to survive, to feed themselves, to be able to afford medication. November 2026, vote blue all across America and take back your country. You have been lied to, you have been conned. And look at the results of your vote. So what if you don't like black people? I don't care what color a person is. If they're good people, they're good people. When I was in California, I knew people of all different races, and they were good people. Like I said, you've been lied to, you have been conned, you have been grifted by the Conman-n-Chief in the White House and by the Republican Party that continues to allow this masquerade to continue on destroying our country. Remember, it's our country. It's our White House. Look what he did to the White House. It looks like a dump site. It looks like a heap of garbage. And this is something you're supposed to be proud of? It's not his property. It belongs to the people. Good God. America, you really need to wake up. You can bitch, cry, and whine all fucking week about how bad life has gotten for you, MAGA. You did it. You did it to yourself because you wanted to hurt other people. And like people like me, we told you what was coming if you voted for this imbecile again. And now it's at your doorstep. Congratulations. I hope you struggle so hard. I hope you lose everything you have. Because if that's what it takes to make you wake the fuck up, then I hope you suffer for all the suffering you caused and created for everyone else in America. God bless America. I hope we survive this. But it's really, really grim what's happening in this country when they turn the military on your own people. And you cheer for it, MAGA. You're just as despicable as the men in the White House. I have zero respect, sympathy, or empathy for any of you. And I feel bad for any of your children that have to grow up with your stupidity. And to the farmers, generational farmers, well, I'm enjoying my cup of coffee. And you're losing your farm. Cheers. You voted to lose your farm. Ain't my problem no more. See, I don't have to have a farm. I know how to grow food. Oh, oh, good. And don't forget to write those beautiful love letters to your trumper and ask him for another bailout. He could give a shit about you. He told you. He read you that snake poem and you cheered it on. And you didn't even realize that he was the snake that you voted into your White House. And he ain't coming to help you. Nope, nope, nope. He even called you stupid to your face and you cheered him. He even told you he only needed your vote this one last time and you wouldn't have to vote ever again. And you still voted for him. He even made fun of disabled people. He called veterans suckers and losers. And you still voted for him. And now you're losing your farms. Cheers. If you care about your children, farmers, you better vote blue 2026 in November. Otherwise, bye-bye.